Gang, gang. Oh my god, that's funny, dude. So yeah, if you, the video before this one is just a slight introduction into what I have been dealing with my family. I'm telling you guys, my mom is such a hateful, spiteful person. I don't even know why she's mad. She has no right to be mad. Wait, I have something more to show you guys later about the cancer, how to get rid of it. It's a pretty cool little trick I learned. Um, what it does is it breaks it down to like where you're able to expel more of it at a greater capacity. But yeah, for now though, thank you guys for looking at me. Sorry for the mess. I'm still cleaning up. It would have been done a while back. My mom keeps arguing. Again, like I said, guys, I'm sorry I have to watch, my back around my own mother. Come on, safety. And all she can say is, "You're stupid. Oh, you're leaving tomorrow." Well, why are you throwing me out? Because I'm telling the truth? Okay, make that make sense. as you guys can tell in the video, you hear the footsteps and the vibrations. Like, I can just tell when my mom's walking, or when my cousin Tyra is walking. I can never tell when my grandma's walking. Sometimes my dad's like a 50-50, depends on his mood. My mom and my cousin Tyra, 100%. You're not a little kid no more, Ty. You can't sneak. Where's my grocery store? I can't wait to show you guys everything. She's still trying to get away. It's like, have you ever seen someone get defeated and they still try to, like, I don't know, try an attempt to, an infutile attempt to, how would you say, not be defeated. It's like you lost. Stop, because it's just going to embarrass yourself more. Some people just don't listen, and they don't learn because they're fat mouths. Keep going. Yeah, she's probably, if I heard that correctly, if she's calling my little brothers over to hurry me up or whatever. Like, dude, you're, first off, not only can you now not go to the cops, because I have you on video lying to the cops. Second, I have you acting out of place, breaking shit down. Third, I have audio recordings. I have physical video evidence. You have lost. Accept it. Accept the fucking defeat. There's no way you're winning now. You just lost a long time ago, buddy. Like, I don't get why you like make this drawn out. You could have just left me alone. Let me practice my Indian religion. I would have been out of here months ago, guys. I would have been gone 2 months ago. Because she kept getting in the way. Being argumentative and hative. So now, guys, I'm leaving today. As soon as she gives me my gas money today, and get this, guys. Remember, she left me in an empty tank. She left my car empty because she's that petty. My own mother is that fucking much of a childish little kid. And she laughed about it when I said that. That's the person I have to deal with as a mother. Some fucking child. And she is done. I've been recording everything, dude. You have no right to get mad. You have no right to call the cops anymore. I have you on camera. You think I'm just gonna give you the information that you see it? I'm gonna keep my ace up my sleeve for as long as I want. And as you can see in the video, it's moving. There's a video up there too. I can't tell you guys where it is, but it's a pretty small camera. Watch even. Super small. Isn't it funny, guys? You know how small cameras are nowadays? 4K too. 4K. Nice bright pixels. It even has night vision. Fucking kids these days. Literally, guys. Like, you know, I've had to do this because my own mother has lied to the cops too many times. And this last time, I just had it. I was like, alright, you want to lie to the cops? Okay. Try to lie to the cops now. I told you, leave me the fuck alone. That's all you had to do. I would have been gone. But you wanted to play a little game. Welcome to my game. Your face is number one. Next time, play smarter. Now I'm leaving and you give me my gas money. I filled that car up 4 different times, guys. Each time she kills all the gas and expects me to fill it up. Why? Because you're my mother? My mother who said, oh, that's your dad's money. He can spend it however he wants to $2,850,000 and I said again, guys, that's $2,850,000 and 200 or 100 some change. Yeah. And listen, I have this on audio recording. She's already calling the cops line. This is what I have to deal with, guys. So I want you guys in the group chat to put it in the comments right now. She's lying, she's lying, she's lying. And I'll pull out the video audio recording right now. I just gotta look for my laptop. If she doesn't stop this, I will release everything. I don't want to do this. But you fucking don't stop, Kathy. You're sick in the head. I'm your child. How dare you? Stop while you're ahead. I'm gonna go take a shit. I'm bringing this camera with me. Yeah, I feel bad for my dad now, guys. I totally get why he would just want to get out of the house. Is all I get it now. I feel bad because I did say some mean stuff to him. I said some super mean stuff to him that I didn't mean to, guys. But she has lied to the cops too many times. Yeah, now she's like, she lies so goddamn much, dude. Like, really, if you didn't want this to happen, you should have just left me alone. Now I have 2 other YouTube channels, guys. One of them's recording. The other one is more like archives I have. I told her, just leave me alone, let me practice my Indian religion. I was supposed to leave yesterday on Mother's Day. She didn't have the gas money. And so last night, guys, she had my little cousin pressing that door at 4:37 in the morning. I have the time, I have their voices, I have their faces. Who the hell do you think you are? I told you guys, remember in the group chat, I told you guys it's illegal to interrupt an Indian ceremony. I'm an Indian, god damn it. I have rights. If you can't respect that, it's a federal offense. But you didn't know that, did you? I should be calling the cops. But I love my mom too much. I love Kathy. I used to love Kathy a lot, so I never did. Now I regret that. She has nobody to blame but herself. But she's so sick in the head she don't realize that. Like I said, guys, I literally have to record myself 24/7. How sad is that? Her own son has to record himself because of how she is and who she is. So thank you guys for watching. And I'm not going to give my other YouTube channels out unless she makes me today. I've warned her too many times. Last night, this whole past week, I've been like, all right, yeah, we're going to post the other channel. She keeps moving that fucking thing. Or maybe that's my dad's footsteps. How do you say it? You know, I told her, like, dude, I would have been done a long time ago had you not been trying to interrupt. And she could have been cleaning the living room. Yeah, I get this, guys. I told her, get that living room clean, I'll go out there. Has she done it? You guys take a wild guess. Yeah, I know, right? Negative. I told her, once that's clean up there, I'll go. But I want that room and I want the house to be clean. There's a specific reason why. I don't want to say it out loud. It's pathetic, guys. It's pathetic. Like, I'm like, dude, you're my mother. Why would you treat me bad because I'm telling you the truth? Like, you're that fucked in the head that you can't, like, accept that reality? I have to live in your delusion? It don't work that way. After she called the cops last time, I said, you know what? Okay, you wanted to play your game? Now you're gonna play my game. The truth. And you know, I should have done this a long time ago. But I respected her up until this last time. She threw me in jail for nothing, over lies. Okay. So yeah, guys. I hope she realizes, like, you know, I love her, but you can't abuse someone their entire life. Now get this, guys. The camera's only in. I'm not gonna say where I'm just kidding. If I say she's gonna break it, I kid you not, she will break the camera. That's the type of person she is. It's very sad that, like, see, you guys heard her in the background? That's how sick in the head she is. She doesn't realize how fucking caught up she is. She still wants to antagonize me. It's like, you have no right to say anything anymore. You did this to yourself. You're about to embarrass your whole family because of your ego. Quit while you're right, Kathy. Like, I told her, give me my gas money a week ago. Dude. She gave me 16 bucks a couple days ago. And she did it on purpose. You know, it's like, Kathy, you didn't have to do that. You could have just been a responsible adult. Filled it up. But you left my tank on empty on purpose because why? Because you're pissed off that I caught you red-handed? On video. Okay. How dare you? You didn't have the audacity to still try to call the cops on me. You don't think, do you? After you lied this last night, Kathy, and the fact that I even have to record myself, you should be ashamed that that is the person that you are. And you have no right to say anything. You know what I'm talking about. If you're getting angry at this, go ahead and make a fool of yourself. You're on two different lives. this one here, and the one that's sitting. And you know, my grandma did lie to me, but you know, I figured that woman. She was more of a mother than my own mother. And it's shitty that it has to be this way. Because my grandma had a stroke 2 years ago, and that's the whole reason why our house got robbed and my dog got killed. Because my mother listened to somebody else instead of listening to me. You know, this isn't out of vendetta or anything or like that. It's just like you cannot trust someone that won't take your word after you said everything you said was gonna happen happened. And she tells me just get over it, get over it, get over it, get over it. I would have gotten over it had my money not been touched. They literally broke into the back cabinet of the closet where I had all my money stashed. So I'm literally pissed fucking broke because of this fucking piece of crap. And she tells me get over it. When he killed my dog, she didn't listen to me. And she keeps lying. And I'm tired of it. So if you guys could please donate even a penny, that would be awesome. I'm gonna put my Cash App in my description right now because I need to get the hell away from this person. I'm not gonna talk to her. I'm leaving. I'm just getting in my car and I'm leaving as soon as I wake up from my nap. Because I cannot trust this person. And it's a shame. It's a goddamn shame, dude. That's my own mother. I can't even trust my own mother. So thank you guys for watching this. Thank you guys for sharing the other video. We got 1,000 views. Like, dude. Like 1K almost. I think it was. Thank you. I appreciate it, guys. And I didn't want to put my Cash App. I thought I would have been able to like scrounge up some money. I haven't. And so today I will post my Cash App. I did not want to do this. It's very, you know, it's very humbling and very humiliating. But yeah, my mother got my dog killed. My mother got my house robbed. And my mother got my grandmother's stuff robbed. Well, my grandma's house. But like, you know, when I say my house, I mean like our house. Really, it's just like that was a nice, peaceful home until it was robbed, and then it's just like it felt so empty. Our family photos were all on the walls from all the generations and that we had. Now we don't. I don't even know where they're at. And it's because of this child, this grown child over there, who thinks the world owes her something. There's a quote from my grandmother Sacagawea. It goes, "The world doesn't owe you anything." So you know, get out there and get it. You know, something along those lines. I'll post it later. But yeah, I am. I don't have a mom. I might have a dad, but I don't have a mom anymore. And it sucks. She used to be super cool, man. I don't know what happened. You guys have a good night. I'm gonna lay down and eat some chips and my brownie. Stop eating sugar. I'm only doing this so I can show you guys what the sugar turns into, okay? I love you guys and God bless, and may the Creator, may the ancestors, may the Creator, and may the Most High watch over you, okay? It's gonna just keep recording though, so I love you guys. Like I said, guys, it's really humbling and humiliating at the same time. But I have the cure to cancer, and I'm not going to let anybody jeopardize this. I know the cure to cancer, arthritis, eczema, anything you need basically here, and she's still, you know, walking around, or that's an earthquake happening. You know? As you can tell, that's moving by itself. I'm not touching anything. And the fact that she would have that little boy. 4:47 or 4:37 in the morning pushing that door because she's sick in the head. This whole time, I knew I wasn't tripping. And I could see when they would lift up the flap, I could see them and whatnot. I got them every time. I got them every time. And then she had my cousin reporting back to her like a little fucking dog. Do it your fucking self. Or don't do it at all. In fact, you're not even supposed to. I'm in ceremony. It hasn't ended. It ends when I say it ends. It's illegal to interrupt an Indian ceremony. Federal offense, actually. I have rights, goddammit. You respect my fucking rights like I respect your lies. I'm an Indian. Not you anymore. You did that to yourself, man. You forgot your people. You forgot where you come from. Our ancestors are rolling in their fucking graves because of you. The dishonor you have brought. I know our language, guys. It's Algonquin. Algonquin, is that how it's actually pronounced and spelled? People know it as Atlantean. How dare you, Kathy? Bullcrap, guys. But I'm gonna watch a documentary, take a nap, and then bounce out before, she tries to like just straight up kill me because I can't even trust her. I feel like she's willing to like kill me. That's how I feel in danger of my own life. Because when she gets mad, she gets mad. She gets mad, guys. And she'll start hitting you and then say it's your fault.
It was not the fire that ended New Sapporo. It was the silence that followed. Unnatural. Thick. Listening. When the vortex blew into its full sun, something blinked into being above the ash column. Not a creature, not a ship, not even a shape. A presence. A stillness too exact to be coincidence. Too ancient.
You guys can hear that noise? As them like barking the bedding foundation. Like she lives in her and my dad never wanted a house because they just, I guess they just wanted the stuff or whatever. But basically, the apartment they live in is like a cardboard box. Every footstep they take, basically every little whisper. And as you can hear that little plastic, I have tape and plastic off. So if they touch it, I know for sure. That's how sick this person is. And like I said, I forgive my mom. I forgive you for each and every time. Did you guys see? It was ruined by itself. I'm not doing anything. That's how petty this girl is. And I feel bad if I went right now, you hear the footsteps of my cousin. He's not a little kid anymore. The big kid. Real big kid. Like, you're not being sneaky at all. You're just making yourself look stupid, Ty, and you're making our family look stupid. If your dad would know what you're doing right now, dude, he'd just shake his head and be like, man, quit being simple, man. He'd say something like around those lines, quit being simple. This is what I've been dealing with, guys, for the past month, and they've been telling me, no, Mr. you're just fucking doing drugs or something. I'm like, okay, first off, I'm doing plant medicine, buddy. Third, if you don't know what you're talking about, how about don't speak on the topic, because it makes you look like ignorant as fuck. I'm in an Indian ceremony. You have no clue, like, she has no clue what she's talking about. And it's sad, because it's like, when the Indians hear about this, and I'm talking about all the tribes hear about my own mother doing this, that we're the descendants, the direct descendants of Sacagawea, bleep. You're bleeped beyond belief. You're fucked. And you guys see that video right now? That's literally them, you know. Our grandmother is so ashamed of her. She could, my mom has beautiful red hair. She can sure wear that red hair loud and proud, but she can't honor our ancestor who gave it to her. Yeah, that's why I was born with red hair too, but it looks black. Even in the dark, but in the sunlight turns red. How dare you, Kathy? Don't make a fool of yourself even more, bro. You lost. Accept it. You know, like I said, guys, I think my dad was defending me yesterday. Like I think I heard it. I'll have to go to the voice recordings. So you know, I've gone through a lot of emotions with him, processed it. You know, I'm beginning to think I feel like he just felt guilty. He couldn't keep all of his kids together and like hang out, have them hang out, and I forgive him like even more now because now I know why he would go to the casino every weekend because my mom. So I don't blame him anymore. I understand it, and I feel bad for when I laid that curse on him. So I'm gonna remove that curse later today. He's gonna be lucky from now on because I didn't know, but now I do know how my mom is. And he told my mom years ago, he's like, okay, when they grow up, they're gonna see you for who you are. And he was right. And I am leaving today, Kathy. And you put gas in my goddamn tank that you've wasted for the 4th time. I should have been gone like 2 days ago, guys. But she wanted to argue. I was gonna give her my car. I was gonna give her a couple grand. I'm not, dude. I'm not giving her anything anymore because of this. My cousin at 4:37 a.m. on Monday. That door she broke down. I showed you guys that. The TV she broke because that door dropped, or it kicked the thing. It was, basically, I had this thing in the way, and she broke it down and it fell and bam. I'm like, oh my god, dude. You have no idea. And good thing I keep a camera running in here too. She doesn't know when to shut the flip up and just admit that you just lost. Own it. That's what happens to liars. Their lies catch up to them one day. Sit the fuck down, go to bed, kid. You know, it's pathetic because I have to literally have a camera on in order to get her to act like an adult. I literally have to have a camera on in order to get her to act like an adult. Can you guys believe that? I'm a mother. Life sucks sometimes. But let's be a warning to anybody that, you know, any kid, anybody that goes through this as well, don't ever feel like you're alone. If you feel like you need a home, you're welcome to come to my, you know, my reservation. You will have to follow the rules and you have to accept that, you know, you gotta give up a lot of your stuff that you think you care about. But it's much more freeing. But I'm done today. As soon as she gives me my money, I'm done cleaning this. I'm out of here. Take my little cousin to the video game shop, buy him a video game, and then I'm gone. I never wanted to see this person ever again. It's not my mother. It's just somebody that wears her face now. She used to be so cool, dude. I don't know what happened. I keep crying every day, dude. It's like, why are you crying? You have thrown me in jail so many times over lies. You have no right to cry, Kathy. You have no goddamn right to cry. I should be crying. But you've done this too many times to where I'm just like, I'm done with you. And yet you still fuck with me. Yeah, you still think it's a smart idea to fuck with me?
Yet offering no reason why. When is the
And then have my little cousin
your thoughts?
lie for you?
When is the brand ever truly
Uncle Robert knowing that you're turning his son into a liar?
you brace for catastrophe?
You're funny, dude.
They only circle like a vulture waiting for you to collapse under the weight of your own illusion. But I will tell you something.
And so, like I said, guys, this whole past week, I didn't want to believe it. And then I looked at the camera and I was like, you know what? Let me ask them. And if they are lying to me,
This anxiety, this
I'm going to judge them because I've won something so great. And had she just left me alone, I would have shared what I'd won with my mom and my dad. I think I'm just going to share it with my dad because my dad deserves it. Because now I see what he had to go through. Yeah, sure, I wish he would have hung out with us more now, but now I see why. He stayed busy and, didn't want to be home. And I feel so sorry for doing what I did. But I was hurt, I didn't mean to put a curse on him or he'd never win. But now he's going to win. Because he's a winner. I was just in the way. And I feel guilty about it now. Because now I know for sure. The only reason why he didn't want to be around was really her and how she acts and how she lies. She has nobody to blame but herself. If she don't quit fucking with me, I'm going to post this, and everybody will see once it's done being posted. So use your goddamn head, Kathy. But sorry guys, to YouTube. The other YouTube doesn't have any viewers yet. Like I said, it's a private YouTube. I had to make it because of this situation. You won't be able to find it unless I release it, and I don't want to, Kathy. So quit fucking with me. Pay me my goddamn gas money. I'll be out of your hair. But I'm cleaning this room because you made me spill that freaking cup, and now I'm getting bit up by these freaking demons that cause cancer. Oh, you're such a... Like, this is what I'm literally dealing with, guys. I know the cure to cancer, all these diseases, and she keeps fucking with me and getting in my way. So I will post a photo of her when I post a photo of my family. Just know that it's been her all along. The reason why I haven't been able to work on anything is because her argument of narcissistic ego. Remember, Kathy, I can hear you. I can hear your thoughts. Stop. Like, she never paid attention to me as a kid. It seemed like to me my other siblings were always more looked after, I guess. I guess I was just too much of an Indian. So why would you pay attention to me now? Leave me the fuck alone, dude. I want nothing to do with you anymore. Until you really sat down and thought about what you have done. You've broken my heart, Mom. I should be crying every day, not you. Good night, guys. Lynn's camera rolling, but let me know if you guys see anything crazy. I've spoken. out saying, I can't believe she would lie with the cops. That's what hurts the most. And the first time when I was 18, I should have known then that would happen to me. So, I love you guys and God bless, okay? Always carry a voice recorder, always carry a camera, a small camera. They go for very cheap nowadays on the internet. And you can also get a PO box for cheap and where you can go pick them up at. You know, use the PO box to grab, have your stuff sent to you and pick it up there. I hate when people force me to be the bad guy. It's like I'm not even bad. I'm just, you know, exposing the truth or exposing the lies with the truth. I haven't been able to communicate with my ancestors almost a month now. And I'm lonely and I miss them. You know, but I'd love to have communicated with them while I was here one more time because I wanted to ask them some questions and, you know, I wanted to get some answers. You know, for my ground, like mom, I wanted to get questions from them and have my ancestors answer them and bring them to them. But I haven't been able to. Everything I do is for my people. Good night, guys. And just know, this is still recording live. Because that's because I cannot feel safe around my mother. Because I know she lies. I've spoken.
Wonderful beings, Lord. Lord Bedford, the king of man. Deep within the cavernous depth was the black hollow, where the sun dared not shine, and the wind whipped.
The winter of 1812 smelled of gunpowder and frozen blood. At Borodino, where Napoleon's Grande Armée clashed with Russian forces, a French lieutenant named Pierre Duval lay dying in the snow, a musket ball lodged deep in his left lung. His breath came in wet crimson bubbles, the death rattle of a drowning man. That's when he appeared, a ragged figure with eyes like polished obsidian. Forces, a French lieutenant named Pierre Duval lay dying in the snow. What if everything was sleep? Everything touch? What?
gonna find it. It's that small. Should've just left me alone.
today we're going to try to entertain an argument, just a theory, that the Great Flood described in the biblical text could have genuinely occurred, and furthermore, that this Great Flood could have occurred in what is today the United States of America. In doing this research, the one thing which I believe must also be included in this discussion is the Great Salt Lake and Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm going to throw out what are agreed upon current narrative facts, names, and numbers regarding this history, hoping to elicit the connections necessary to allow us to at least begin to understand the true nature of ancient Western America. First, when peering in the history of Salt Lake City and the Great Salt Lake, nearly every source appears to have been watered down in one way or another. Most of the historical narratives begin with the founding of the city by the Latter-day Saints in 1847, with almost no mention of the thousands of years of earlier indigenous history. Which leads us very nicely into the first aspect of the narrative, which begs a deeper dive. Who really knew about Salt Lake City when it was founded, and how much of the current narrative can be proven accurate? Some may say that the Latter-day Saints lucked upon the Great Salt Lake in 1847, having only a simple understanding of exactly the landscape which they were looking to discover and then settle upon. Still, others claim by 1847, the Great Salt Lake was well known among certain circles. This is where we have our first conflict in the narrative. Salt Lake City did not officially exist in 1845, yet at this time, we're told Lansford Hastings traveled to California in the fall of 1845, landing in Alta California, lodging at Sutter's Fort, and spending the weekend. Hastings' path took him north to what is today the state of Utah. However, at Sutter's Fort in 1845, Hastings met John C. Fremont, who had himself just explored the Great Salt Lake Desert. Upon hearing of the possibility of a much faster path to the south of the Great Salt Lake, Hastings developed the Hastings Cutoff, an alternate route for westward immigrants, which passed directly south of the Great Salt Lake. Hastings, however, never traveled the Hastings Cutoff before he published his findings in The Immigrant's Guide to Oregon and California. We're told Hastings did eventually travel his path in 1846 with a rather large group, between 60 to 75 Conestoga wagons. Yet, upon his return to lead a second group from the eastern United States to California in the fall of 1846, Hastings is noted as sending one particular group ahead of the others, giving this group a new set of directions, which ultimately led to their demise. The group I speak of is, of course, the Donner Party. We're told the alternate route suggested by Hastings caused the Donner Party to be unprepared, as they needed to construct significant new roads to make headway. Ultimately, the Donner Party became snowbound in the Sierra Nevada after falling over a monkey on schedule. A significant point of contention amongst the earliest settlers throughout Utah was the Black Rock. No, we're not talking about the Black Rock said to exist at the pole as a significant source of magnetism, which used to be depicted on nearly every ancient map. And no, we're not talking about BlackRock, the investment group, which seems to control every aspect of major business in our world. The Black Rock we're discussing was first discovered at the Great Salt Lake. However, exactly who discovered it and its exact purpose is still relatively unknown. Those who survived the Donner Party mishaps diligently proclaimed to have discovered and named the Black Rock in late 1846, believing the rock to resemble the foundations of an ancient lost tower. Fitz Ludlow describes the formation, and I quote, Black Rock rose grim like the foundations of some ruined tower. We expected a grim and desolate landscape. Never had nature a greater surprise. The view is one of the most charming which could be imagined. End quote. In 1847, upon the arrival of the original Latter-day Saint settlers to the Salt Lake, they also claimed to have discovered and named Black Rock, swimming in the waters next to the rock, claiming this occurrence to be the first recorded swimming in the Great Salt Lake in human history. Could this really be true? According to the mainstream narrative, the mountain man Jim Bridger had discovered and explored the Great Salt Lake by as early as 1825. The significance of the year 1776 is also not lost, as we're told that the Dominguez Escalante expedition, conducted by Spain in 1776, saw
not south.
surveyed the entire land of the Great Salt Lake
It's
by
literally going south, guys.
1843 and again in 1845. However, according to the mainstream scientists, possibly the largest flood in recorded history, confirmed to be at least the second strongest or most powerful flood in human history, occurred directly in the area
That's when we went
surrounding
south.
the Great Salt Lake. And the resulting flood, which occurred by some
Here's
estimates
what you guys
of
gotta do.
13,000 years ago, could be the great deluge described in so many creation myths and legends across our earth. We're told for the last 80,000 years or more, the landscape surrounding the Great Salt Lake was relatively similar to how it is today, with one exception, being the time period of roughly 30,000 years ago to roughly 13,000 years ago. During this time period, the last major glacial period, water was said to evaporate at a significantly slower rate. Lake Bonneville, the precursor for the Great Salt Lake, began to rise around 30,000 years ago. As Lake Bonneville had no outlets to the sea, the water within remained relatively unable to cycle through minerals. The water evaporates, and the minerals are left behind, concentrating in the remaining water and making the lake safer. Thus, Lake Bonneville, at its peak, covered much of the state of Utah, as well as parts of Idaho and Nevada, and the lake was a salt lake. Roughly 18,000 years ago, Lake Bonneville reached its peak elevation and actually broke through the basin which contained it, smashing through the Great Rocks at Red Rock Pass. The numbers of the resulting flood are nearly inconceivable. Lake Bonneville at its peak covered 33,000 square miles. When the lake finally broke through at Red Rock Pass, which was considered a sort of natural dam for the lake, the waters released and towered over 410 feet. Yes, 400 feet deep waters rushed forth from Lake Bonneville, quite literally engulfing everything in its path. The flood quickly reached American Falls, which at the time was a lake that was over 40 miles long. The lake immediately eroded away, adding even more fuel to the Great Flood. We're told at the peak of the flood, over 33 million cubic feet of water spilled out per second at speeds of well over 70 miles per hour. We're told thousands of square miles were affected. The flood created a 600-foot deep canyon known as Snake River Canyon, and also carved at least 24 more small to medium-sized canyons in the area. The flood also significantly increased the width of Hell's Canyon, which is at least 10 miles wide today. Again, we're going strictly off of the current narrative facts, but according to mainstream academia, the Bonneville flood, being possibly the largest in history, was accompanied by numerous smaller floods which occurred in unison across the America, including, for example, the Missoula floods, which were said to have been occurring at the same time period as the Bonneville flood, roughly 15,000 years ago. Most of the floods could be considered glacial lake outbursts caused by the receding of the lakes following the last ice age period. But what makes this even more remarkable in the general view of the timeline of the Earth, these floods did not happen all that long ago. We have humans, not just proto-humans or an early form of humans, but actual humans, much like me and you, the same development, the same characteristics, who walked, communicated, hunted, built, and lived during the time period of this great flood. Is it so far-fetched to imagine that those who survived these immense flooding events would go on to tell the story? Whether it be from cave paintings or oral tradition, or through the tools and artifacts that they left behind. Can we imagine a world where a massive flood event that wiped out most of northwestern America would not be remembered, especially if we have humans who actually lived through the event? And furthermore, seeing as these waters swept through the west coast, pulling the flow of almost every major waterway west of the Rocky Mountains towards the Pacific Ocean with gusto, would it be so outlandish to imagine that those who resided in Western America could have been swept to the Pacific Ocean, becoming scattered amongst new lands? Could those who survived the flood of America have landed in coastal China and landed in northern Russia and landed on the Hawaiian coast? When the Bible claims that the Great Flood covered every mountaintop, if the Bible was written by someone who was living in Western America during the Bonneville flood, this could actually fit the narrative. Lake Bonneville, the parent lake to the the Great Salt Lake, the location seemingly founded before the narrative really gives it credit, and Lake Bonneville, being this destructive force, the flood being one of the largest in history, quite literally shaping the rivers and canyons which the American West is now known for. And then we have the Black Rock, being what some would call an indicator, possibly the evidence of something much earlier, something of biblical origin, which the earliest settlers to the Great Salt Lake may or may not have been aware of. Did the biblical narrative happen in America? I would love to hear your comments down below.
Camera. Already they're trying to fuck with me. Already. Keep it out from you guys. Because I literally can't trust these people. Can you hear that shit? Got right up. Sorry, let me try to press the door. You've lost. Stop. You're embarrassing yourself at this point. I'm pretty sure you guys can hear the footsteps. So yeah, as you guys must have, you seen the other video, literally started fucking with me again. Got right up. I guarantee it was my little cousin. I haven't looked at the cameras yet. I only looked at it once, and when I saw him and then he was lying to me, I was like, okay. So my mother has now turned my little cousin into a lying little shit. Are you proud of yourself yet, Kathy? Making my little cousin a liar now? Now I can't trust him. Can you believe that shit, guys? Now I can't trust my own little cousin. All because my mother is a fucking narcissistic psycho. You should have stopped while you were ahead, Kathy. I told you, stop. So you'll see the door go in and out.
Cairo, Egypt. We have found sealed room. Over 5.5 kilometers of tunnel, the largest necropolis in Egypt. It's time to investigate the area surrounding the Saqqara necropolis.
You see that?
We're all told that this
It's crazy.
location contains the oldest completed stone building complex known in history, according to the mainstream narrative.
Remember, guys, I'm pitching it, and there's a camera outside watching them.
A necropolis is a cemetery, especially a large one, all belonging to an
It's
ancient
Bluetooth.
city, the old world.
So any data
Incredibly
gets collected and
advanced
sent to my laptop.
civilization that was here before all of us.
I'm gonna turn my laptop
So
on.
it's time to turn this up a notch. The Step Pyramid of Djoser at Saqqara is renowned for its extensive subterranean network, an underground complex.
It also gets loaded up to the cloud because the Wi-Fi is connected to.
We fully understand here that what we all see is just the top.
So if she were to find it,
Network under our feet. What we can all
Can you
see
rid of it?
is most likely not even close to the overall structure.
some people just never learn.
Just remove the sand from Egypt. I personally believe that there would be some people that wouldn't be able to handle the truth. And I'm sorry to say it, but I believe that it's time to rip the Band-Aid off and let the whole world see what's going on. But that's just me. And this is where they tell us that under this structure, there are corridors, chambers, and shafts. We know that there's so much more.
Breaks my heart that I had to do this, guys.
They tell us that they
It
have
really
an
freaking does. I
extensive
wonder.
restoration project here.
Way more than I should have.
All of the public can go in and see those new certain sections, nothing else. A 14-year restoration. In my opinion, this is a destruction project. It's to remove all of these world things that would blow our minds. And then allow us in there to see what this new thing is that they built. And then say it's the old world, when we all know that it's not. A destruction project that began in 2006 and finished up in 2020. Who do you think was in charge of this? I think we've all found a very interesting character over in Egypt, with restoration being carried out by Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities. This is the exact same group that we just talked about with the Great Pyramids, where this group tightly controls archaeological activities around the pyramids, and the oversight by, of course, Mr. Zahi Hawass. The first time we mentioned you, you discredited independent researchers that have used actual data and technology, which you have never done. And we exposed this, but now you are involved again. So we now have to figure out who you are and what your background is fully. And then we'll continue. Hawass, a graduate from the University of Pennsylvania, has frequently restricted
You guys see that?
access to archaeological sites.
On the,
This is all
live camera?
simply to
I'm not
protect
touching anything.
Egypt's heritage
I'm not moving
from
anything.
unqualified researchers and to preserve the integrity of official
That's all
narratives
them.
about ancient Egyptian history, preserving.
You'll see when I post the other videos
We have seen this so
from
many
the
times. They're not
video recording there.
preserving or protecting these sites. They are
And who knows? Maybe it was just a
preserving
ghost.
and protecting the mainstream
Maybe it
narrative.
goes every day.
Mainstream history. This is what they're presenting. Because if they don't do this, it will fully expose that what we have all been told.
I'm going to bed, guys.
So he's in
Good
the
night,
business of
everybody on
preserving the
YouTube.
official narrative.
I love you
He's
guys.
locked
You
into
guys will have for me.
explorations of the Giza Plateau and denied permits for projects, proposing alternative theories. How can he do this? How is this guy allowed to just block people off from researching? Well, his authority to do this comes from his positions within Egypt's government, serving as head of Egypt's Supreme Council of Antiquities from 2002 to 2011, and as Minister of Antiquities in 2011, and again from 2021 to 2022, with Egypt's president elevating this guy to Secretary General of the Supreme Council of Antiquities in 2002. Now, let's get specific. In 1996, Hawass was the Director General of the Giza Plateau. This role gave this guy direct authority over the Giza necropolis, including the Great Pyramid and the Sphinx, allowing him to oversee every single archaeological activity, issuing permits and enforcing regulations. In 1996, Hawass revoked permits for a team led by American researcher John Anthony West and geologist Robert Schock, who were investigating the Sphinx. He halted their work, citing that he needed to protect the site from pseudoscientists. And he did it again in 2000. We blocked Robert's team from using ground-penetrating radar to explore potential chambers beneath the Sphinx. Do you remember last episode how he said that you guys didn't visit the site and didn't dig with a shovel? You didn't use ground-penetrating radar on the site, so this discredits your work. He literally did the exact same thing in 2000, where he blocked them off from doing ground-penetrating radar. So his excuse that they didn't go there and conduct their research at the site is now null and void. He blocked them off from using ground-penetrating radar to explore potential chambers beneath the Sphinx. Hawass said that only Egyptian-led missions could conduct such studies. That's great. He loves the Egyptian culture. He loves it so much that Hawass left Egypt and came over to the USA to get his PhD. Makes total sense? No. So we see that a lot of things in Egypt, as well as all over the world, are systematically blocked off from the public. We know that the truth is withheld. It's off limits, all to protect this weird, fake mainstream story. But we can now go back to the Saqqara necropolis and see that they have found thousands of human remains with no exact total of bodies under the Saqqara. This is the previous civilization, where they indicate that the number of bodies could be significantly higher as more of the necropolis is explored. And we know they aren't in the business of exploring. And we know that. We already know that there's so many more. We know that there are thousands and possibly millions of people buried underneath that sand. These people are not in the business of exploring. They are in the business of hiding, preserving, protecting, denying access to independent researchers. They have done this over and over and over. There's no denying it now. We all know that they found more than what we're being told. Yet we're told that there are sealed chambers. These have been identified under the step pyramid Djoser. There is a subterranean complex containing human remains and over 40,000 stone vessels. And this gets incredible. They have found coffins that are significantly larger than human size. And they associate them to animals, where I am at the point where I personally don't believe that they built these coffins for an animal. And that was just an excuse all along. I don't believe they would go out of their way to
reconstruct this massive tomb for a ball. I believe this was built for the Nephilim, a giant race that we have shown over and over. They are buried all over the world, including being buried in southern Illinois. 6 fingers and 6 toes were found. So let me ask, do you really think they were in Egypt as well? We all know that we're going to go much further and expose things that have been hiding for far too long. Where we have the Step Pyramid, just 1 mile away, we have the Serapeum of Saqqara, which we are told houses the oversized granite sarcophagi for bowls. This is the location that was just found in 1851. Timeline yet again, over and over, where it contains 24 massive granite sarcophagi, 24 of them. These coffins are 13 feet long, 7.5 feet wide, and 8 feet high, weighing between 50 and 60 metric tons, or 110 to 132,000 pounds, and an additional 22 to 33,000 pounds for the lid. All of this is done, we are told, for a ball. No, there's no way. And we are just getting started today. Welcome to episode 125 of my lunch break. Hope you're all having a great day. If you do, welcome. Let's talk about weight loss. We all know somebody taking the Ozempic, or similar, to shed a few pounds. Well, now it's up to a staggering 13 million Americans who take a drug for a disease that they don't have. And that's scary. There are class action lawsuits linked to its side effects to non-diabetics, like gastrointestinal issues, pancreatitis, kidney problems, and even some cancers. I know we all think we're invincible. Do you really want to risk your health? Do you struggle with cravings, have a slow metabolism, or stubborn fat? You are not alone. The experts at the wellness company's medical board have developed a brand new, way safer option to help curb appetite by working with your body's GLP-1 hormones without a prescription or painful shots. Introducing Drop, a breakthrough GLP-1 peptide that targets hormones to assist in improving your metabolism and blood sugar balance, plus hunger reduction. All you do is add a few flavorless drops to your water each morning for serious weight loss, all on your terms. Summer's right around the corner. If you've been looking for an alternative that doesn't involve shots, it's time to drop it like it's hot, minus the needles. Head to twc.health/MLB and get $50 off right now and free shipping. Again, that's twc.health/MLB and use code MLB right now to get $50 off and free shipping. It's time for all of us to be healthy and do things the right way. And I want to thank all of our sponsors over on Patreon. Thank you to BladderDave.com. You can check out his app, the Bladder, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac app. I'll put the link right in the description. And you can use my referral code, MLB. If you click the Tartaria button, you'll see the My Lunch Break playlist right here. The app is awesome. Thank you to Rebecca K, David and Sherry Ferguson, Chuck Templeton, Joy Lee, Stephanie Nolan, The Burleson, Suez KC, Edwin Rice, Charles Kruger, John Gaston, Dan Little, Dale, DJ Quicktrack, Jacob Law, Jim Ridley and Christine Duggan, Kyle Glascott, PKTFnews.org, Ben Drydenell, Natalie Shippenoff, Melissa Edgar, Biggles, Clayton Lamar, Full Task Homestead, John Adams, Robert Zolin, The Arnold, Philip Howard, Forbidden Gecko Love, Justin Grosner Grub, Leah Strong, Dakota Dunn, T-shirts.com, Jason Hopper, Marie C, Kyle Logan, Alina and Chris the IT Guy, Michael Dingley, KK Lander, Tom O'Hara, Michael D. Connor, C3S, COP, Guthrie Temple, SoniaDane.com, and Paul, Sue, Jason Press, Suki Warrior, We the People, Biggs, Mark Chapman, Muji and DeClan, Ariana Oaks, Jenica Joyce, Nathan Burwood, Ski, Beacon of Truth, Liberty's Arborist, Thomas Thorpe Peterson, Singer Coffee and Tea, Kay Moore, DublinMcGregor.com, Diamond Jewel, David Rauschenbach, Emily Maryland, Felipe, Curious Cat, Mike D, etc., Dan McGee, Lori Hedvig Johnson, Ellie Annie, Cheese Records. Robert's brain is gone. Extreme Reality Check. Wayne T. Late for Dinner. YOLO John Calvez. Blake. Rick Tapke. Ducks. MDF. TFD. William Richard Jeffries V. Dax Phil Jackson. Dylan Ugenberg. Leonard Insulaco. Robert Petro. Cat Hill. Susie Q. Yark 143. Sven Eric. Janet Elizabeth Carey. Kitty Kitties. Making Eagles. GOL. M. Patriot. Doc Halo. Kenneth Putt. Rena Fernandez. Paraduction. Henry's Mom. Necrodemonics. A&W Kerrigan. Tim Skin. Rod Waugh. Raw Shaped Beacon. Sweetest of Peas. Corbin Mechanical. Buck. VKH Bonner. The Meta Center Chicago. Breaking Bigfoot. Rydian and the Residuals. Road Warrior. Jimmy Jacobs. Bruce Latour. Anna Marley and Nunzio. Codrin. David and Irene. Al Pisano. Ivan Apocalypse. Ardra Rogers. Brazawayan. Appa One. Harmon Walker. Russian Madness. Seeking Jesus. When he set a compass upon the face of the death. Laurel L. Burnett. Ivan Apocalypse. Lucy. The Lady Lacey Show. Shiva Shaba in the Darkness. You guys are all awesome and helping this channel out a lot. Donkeys Incorporated was over in Egypt picking up 154,000-pound granite sarcophagi, all for a dead bull. It's ridiculous. The mainstream history is in shreds. It's nonsense. The previous civilization was much more advanced than we are told. They had incredible tools, they had incredible technology, and incredible knowledge. They can no longer just chalk it up to the ancient Egyptians. It doesn't work like that anymore. Do you want to see how you're lied to? Do you want me to expose just how corrupt the mainstream history really is? I'm going to show that what we are told is total nonsense. And there were never any bowls in these massive granite coffins. Here we go. They found these coffins in 1851 and told all of us that they found bowl remains there. They say they found the bowls in 23 of the 24 sarcophagi. And this is the story. But when you go further and you think logically, you ask questions. You ask, is there a bowl in there today? Is there any proof of a bowl ever being in there? Besides these ridiculous stories that they've made up. And they tell us in the textbooks. And we read it and we believe it until now. Where as of today, the 24 sarcophagi in the Serapeum of Saqqara contain no significant contents. All original contents have been removed. Now, they supposedly removed the bowl remains. This is what we're being told now after you ask these questions. And associated artifacts, so any other artifacts that they found with these bowls, the old world items, their texts, tablets, their technology, they removed those also, all for study, for preservation, we are told. Preservation to preserve their mainstream story, all in 1851. Amazing. Today, the empty sarcophagus are all managed by this trustworthy group, the Supreme Council of Antiquities. This is unbelievable. Empty coffins, no proof that a bowl was ever in there where I believe that the giants were found in 1851. I believe these were the old world Nephilim, and I believe that they were in these massive 154,000-pound granite sarcophagi in 1851. They were found and they were removed. I believe they found their valuable items that they were buried with. And I believe that they were the looters. They were the grave robbers that the mainstream story loves to tell us about. They admit that they take the items and they just give us an excuse that it's all for preservation. It's ridiculous and it doesn't work anymore. I believe that these are admissions that they took their work. And calling it preservation is just a way to get out of it. So who led the effort to remove the bones of these supposed bowls? Auguste Mariette, a French archaeologist. Before we go on, I can't get over the fact that nobody has ever seen a bowl in these sarcophagi. Yet everybody just went along with it for so long. I believe that this guy found incredible things. He removed them and then told everybody that it was some bowls. He found what we all want to see today. Where between 1851 and 1854, this guy oversaw the removal of all contents from these sarcophagi. And then he founded the Egyptian Antiquities Service in 1858. He went on to direct the transfer of the remains.
associated artifacts. This is the guy that made up the story about the bolts. We all trusted this story for so many years. If I found a box in the desert and I took everything out of it, and then I told everybody that there was $1 million in the box, every single one of you would want to see the $1 million that I supposedly found in this box. Nobody is just going to believe me that I found $1 million, and I'm not going to show any money to you. You're just going to believe me. That is not going to happen. Or I just show you $20. Say, many of the remains, or a lot of the money that I found, was fragmented and degraded. A lot of it was just gone, but trust me, all the money, $1 million was in that box, I promise. You wouldn't believe me, but this is what happened. This is the story that everybody has believed for so long. These 24 coffins are all empty right now. They have been empty since 1854, all funded and directed by the French government. Incredible. Before we go on, let's take a minute and thank all of our badge members, all of our Patreons, and everyone who subscribes to the channel. You are all awesome. I'm very thankful for all of you. You're helping grow this channel to more and more people every single day. And thank you for liking the videos as well. We are on YouTube, Rumble. Rumble is awesome. If you're not following over there, please check that out after this. We premiered the episodes over there with a live chat going, which is kind of cool. We are also on X, TikTok, Instagram, and Spotify. If you're looking for even more content from us, you've heard the hype. Maybe you've seen the new launches sell out, but if you still haven't tried 1775 coffee yet, this is your shot, because they've just launched their 1775 starter kit, and the first drop is limited to just 1,000 units. This starter kit isn't just some dinky sampler pack. It's a full-on pack of caffeine freedom, a bold dark roast that hits harder than a CNN fact check, a smooth medium roast for strength without bitterness, and Vitality Mushroom Coffee for clean energy, laser focus, and zero crash. All single origin, small batch, mold-free and toxin-free. Plus, you're gonna get a gold spoon clip because freedom isn't scooped with plastic. You get a frother and a black 1775 tumbler that says, "I don't take life advice or caffeine from a woke sea witch." $175 worth of coffee and gear, all yours for just $99. This is for the ones who've been watching 1775 totally blow up on Rumble. It's exploding. This is the best coffee, and if you're wondering if it's actually worth it, this is not a prediction, it's a spoiler. It is. This coffee is awesome. Go to 1775coffee.com/lunchbreak and grab your starter kit before they're gone. Bold beans, clean fuel, and a morning routine that stands for something, just like Rumble does. Start your day with coffee that actually backs what you believe. Go to 1775coffee.com/lunchbreak and get your starter kit today. Now remember, this is all in my opinion. You are, as always, free to think whatever you've done. Now that being said, let's keep going. Augusta Mariette. He gets in there in 1851, and he finds these 24 sarcophagi for the very first time in our timeline. And this is the crazy part about it all, proving, in my opinion, that somebody went in there before him, prior to him supposedly finding this. Someone from our timeline, and they knew what he would find. And they sent him in there to be the one who supposedly finds it all. Where we are told that he didn't need to open all of them. Because as he documented in 1857, several lids were already open. Someone had already gone in there prior to 1851 and removed things. Who did this? There's obviously a group, in my opinion, that went in there before Augusta and sent him in there after. This guy was a pawn, Augusta Mariette. He had no formal archaeological or Egyptological training. We believe his full story to this day. This guy had no training, no experience, and he went in there and saw that these things were already open. Why are we believing this story? It's incredible when you pull the curtain back and really look at who is telling us what. When you begin to see who these people really were and who is putting these characters in place, funding them, seeing that somebody was in there before him, it changes everything. The whole story of the bulls in Egypt being buried in these massive structures. It doesn't sound so logical, does it? Not only do these sarcophagi weigh 154,000 pounds, but they are also placed in an underground complex. The Great Gallery is a long, straight corridor carved directly into the limestone bedrock, lying entirely beneath the surface, all a part of a broader network of tunnels and chambers. They are telling us that these were all quarried from Aswan, which is like 800 kilometers away, or 497 miles, and all brought to Saqqara. We all know that that's not possible with horses and wagons. We are exposing the truth right now, that the previous civilization had to have had more technology than what we're being told. They had to have been able to transport this 500 miles. No problem at all. There's no other way around it. There's no excuse in the book. You can say they hooked it up to Santa's sleigh all you want. Rudolph was in charge of pulling it down the river, and Blitzen was over there chiseling it by moonlight. Nobody's buying it anymore. It's over. Can you even imagine where these underground networks lead to? Well, we all know that they know exactly where they lead to. We know that they've done the research, and they don't want to tell us. And this is why it's off limits to the public. All for preservation. And what is going on under all of that sand? They are telling us that they just found all this in 1850, less than 200 years ago. And ever since, it's basically been off limits to the independent researchers. And modern technology is all preserved and protected, as they like to say. Off limits, all to hide what is really going on in there. It's an incredible location for our research, obviously. Even going back to episode 121 and episode 124, creating dams that flooded massive old world structures, destroying them in Egypt and submerging them 100 plus feet underwater, and restricting divers to investigate further. Perfect 90-degree angles in Egypt. But Abe Lincoln's mom, she just wished that she had that for little Abe in the 1800s. The doors swing. I thought we've been told that we're evolving and advancing. Where is Abe's basement? Why are there underground tunnel networks in Egypt that have perfect granite tombs that weigh 154,000 pounds? Yet Abe can't get a glass window. What the heck happened? A massive worldwide reset for the 17 and 1800s were the beginning for us. And it couldn't be any clearer at this point. The finders began finding the old world sites and structures all over the world, finding their technology. And we are uncovering the truth today using logic and common sense. We've got sealed chambers, oversized coffins, tunnels nobody is allowed to explore. The government-run preservation team that conveniently removes everything of value, tells us, don't worry about it. It was just bones. And there's nothing in there now. Not even the bull bones they tell us about. And somehow, people still defend this story like it's the sacred truth. And it's not. These same people telling you that the coffins were for bulls are the same exact people who blocked radar scans under the Sphinx. The same ones who restored everything for 14 years, only to open up one tiny section to the public. It's the same guy, Halas, who goes out of his way to protect the story, not the site. Why does he do this? Because the second that lid comes all the way off, and we see what's really down there, the whole timeline collapses. Every single classroom textbook, every museum tour, every PhD built on the same foundation. A primitive man with a chisel. This would be gone. You don't hide bulls. You don't lock away pottery. You do hide giants. You do hide power. You hide technology and text. You hide the old world. And don't forget, this isn't just Egypt. This is all over the world. We've seen the same thing in Southern Illinois. The same thing. Underground tombs, massive skeletons, 6 fingers, 6 toes, buried and gone.